Welcome and happy morning, everyone, to our book date session with you. This is the place that the best will recommend to you. Today, we were going to talk about this little book, small little one. It's just like how many pages? 20 over small little pages to this one. So let me introduce to you about the Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn, this book, you see, it's an excerpt from the Treasury of Codes by Jim Rohn. So let me share with you who is Jim Rohn first. For more than 46 years, Jim Rohn focused on the fundamentals of the human behavior that most affect personal and business performance. Jim is a standard to which those who seek to teach and inspire others are compared. He possessed the unique ability to bring the extraordinary insights to the ordinary principles and events, and a combination of his substances and style captured the imagination of those who heard and read these words. I love all the quotes that he shared during his session, even though he is no longer in the world, but whatever his insights, his teaching, is so deep ingrained into all of us. And for me, I start to get to know about Jim Rohn 9 years ago, not about 9 years ago, about 8 years ago. And I tell you, his perspective, his insights changed a lot of my world about what I think about life. So today I want to share 10 quotes that inspire me and definitely Gideon from the overall 134 quotes from this small little excerpts. So let's go to the first one.
Let me share the slide. Okay.
Let's go for this one. The first one is, the few who do are the envy of the many who only watch. From the overall 134 quotes from this small little I have a little bit. So let's go to the first one. Okay, unmute myself first. Got it. We go for this one. The few who do are the envy of the many who only watch. That you can see from here is Jim Rohn share about who are the one do. For me, I am the action taker. So I give you an example. There's a few of my friends who share with me about this one. Joyce, I wish so much that I can share the book to the audience as well. Then I said, and then you pick up a book and share. That's all right. So I think, Gideon, today is episode 69, right?
Yeah.
Today is episode 69. Look at that. We are doing this for more than a year. It's like, I think a year, right? More than 2 years. Okay, starting from COVID, that time I remember back then. So we just pick up a book and discuss and bring to the world. It's so, just do it. No need to go and wish and envy other people about that. So I think that this is something I really love to share is just do it.
Yeah, I think a lot of time we overthinking, or over worry about things we want to do. Yeah.
We don't think that much, we just directly pick and choose one book to start, and we have discussion. What about the summary, the topic we want to share, and then we directly share. Okay, then I'll go to the second one.
Yep. The second one.
Yep. Make rest a necessity, not an objective. Only rest long enough to gather the strength. I can't stress this more than enough about talking about resting. I put rest and sleep as one of the non-negotiable things in my life, in my every single day. It's like, and no one can negotiate with me about my time to rest and my time to take a sleep. That's the reason why, because after the sleep, I can gather back more strength. I can do much better things. So never ever underestimate the power of the sleep and the rest. You see, Jim Rohn, he is the mentor of a lot of my mentors, including Gideon one, right? He is such a mentor to all our mentors. It's like, oh, his words is gold. When I take this as one of the thing that I take the priority in my life, everything changed. Okay, let's go to the third one.
The third one, let me share. Okay, the third one is formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And I think fortune here does not just mean material things or monetary. It can mean, I mean, for me, it can mean like your health, your mental, your spiritual. So so what I think is if you have formal education, you which is I think standard education, you have standard type of living. You would have exceptional living, quality of living. So if you want to have exceptional quality of living in terms of monetary or in terms of health, in terms of your spiritual, your mental, you should, further educations. And I think Joyce and myself like to learn a lot, right? Like last year I joined Joyce wellness in a circle because we want to learn about health tips, right? And then I'm sure if you want to do some improve your health, you should do something, right? Not just learn from other bacteria. Just take a formal class, or join a membership, right? Yeah. And then I'm sure I love to talk about money, right? If you learn about investment and finance in school, you think you will make money in the outside world? I really don't think so. Okay, you have to further educate yourself outside, learn from the investment guru, because I think the other thing is about this world is ever changing, so you need to keep update your knowledge, your wisdom. So I think self-education is very important.
Definitely. Love it so much. It's like every day, learn something new and then put into practice. That's definitely you can see how yourself grow. That's the way, one of the way I feel myself so young. I don't know why. I just feel like you step out of your outside your comfort zone to learn something to progress. You literally will feel and see yourself younger and younger.
Yeah.
Test it out.
Let's
Let's go.
share the next one. The next one, let me read. I find it fascinating that most people plan their vacations with better care than they do with their life. Perhaps that's because escape is easier than change. So this is interesting, right? I think a lot of people like to plan or go vacation, right? And when they do their vacation plan, they are very excited, you know, uh, and they're full of energy. But if you're asking them about their plan of life, like what do you do next month, next week, sometimes they don't know. They just say, no, I don't know. But I can give you my example. For myself, I use Microsoft Outlook. I see my schedule 60 days ahead. Okay, it's a bit extreme, but at least I know what will happen in 60 days. What is my plan? Even not even including my personal appointment, I will put inside the Outlook because I want to know what will happen in my 60 days. Of course, if you fix something doesn't mean that you are rigid. Okay, what I see is if you are plan your life, at least you have the luxury of flexibility. You know what can be changed on top of what you have.
Yeah. One thing is like you may not know about Gideon is when you have dinner, you want to have appointment with dinner or lunch or tea time with him, he will put inside his calendar. Oh yes, because it's a plan. We love to plan, and that's how we plan ahead also about a book that we want to share with you all. That's about um, planning, and definitely, I love that so much. Let's go to the next one. Go, number
Yeah,
5.
I'll share the next one. Yeah.
Next. Okay, the greatest definition for concentration I ever heard is wherever you are, be there. Take a look at that. Whoa, wherever you are, be there. As a lot of people know, my nickname is Queen of Focus. I'm able to sit there and focus and have that laser focus to do whatever I want to do. And I promise you, when you have the laser focus to do whatever you do, the speed, the speed of you finish that little things or the big things in front of yourself can be way faster than you have so much of distractions. Means that the distractions can be distractions from the technology, from the phone, or from the people that knocking your door, asking you help, or whatever things. That can be a very big distraction. So for that, it's like be everywhere you are. I mean, wherever you are, be there. And another way that I look at this sentence is about this one. Be present at the moment wherever you are. So that's a very, very good way for me to remind myself again and again. No need to think about the future, no need to think about yesterday, what happened, but be at the present moment. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, I love about this one. The best ever thing. This quote really changed my life. Next. Don't wish it don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for the less challenges, wish for more wisdom. This quote, I read that about 8 years ago. It changed my life. Back then, I am somehow in the way of searching a little bit why somehow in my life there are so many different challenges, way more challenge than a lot of people, and I'm very kind of frustrated sometimes until I read this quote and I learned about that is don't wish for less problem, wish that you have more skills. That's the reason why over the course of these 8 years I really really learned so many things. I can really, I mean, whatever I can spend to learn, invest, I will do everything within my capacity to learn that because the skill that I learn that can be helping me to solve the challenge, to solve the problem when I need that. So this is why don't wish for less problem because in life they will have challenges, they will have problems. You won't be able to say without any problems in your life. It's just like if you have more skill to solve it, to change it, to improve the situation, that is the key.
Yeah, so true, I think. Because it's talk about like, I think it's like external versus your internal. Like 10% is what happened to you, right? 90% is how you deal with it or how you react, right? Yeah. No, go to the next one.
Yep. Let's go for the next.
Oh, next one is mine. Never begin the day until it's finished on paper. So I think this is about planning again, right? Like, I don't know how you start your day, but for me, it's like I wake up at like 6, right? After exercise, I will look at my outlook or the day before. I already know like what happened on that day. I already planned it, and you have to plan it that way that do what you have most difficult thing in when you have the most energy, right? A lot of people, I mean, you have different time that you have the energy. Most people will be in the morning, but for me, it's like at night. So for me, at night, I will do the most difficult thing for me. So things that I need to think, I need to do a lot of effort, use a lot of effort. So plan on paper first, know what you want to do.
Yep. I just now you mentioned about Gideon, you mentioned about Microsoft Outlook.
I know you
You
Google.
are the I mean you are tech savvy person. You are
Or
the
you write on paper, yeah, or you write
yes,
on
I'm the
paper.
old school one. I write on paper.
Yeah.
It's like I write that on a piece of paper the night before. I really highly recommend you all go and test it out. Whether you want to write on a piece of paper, you want to put your pen to the paper, or you want to be like Gideon, you put at the Microsoft Outlook everything, write it somewhere, type it somewhere. It really helps you to have a good night's sleep. Why? Because you know that it's like you sometimes you worry so many things. Oh my goodness, like tomorrow you have so many things to deal with. When you write on a piece of paper, you literally like dump everything on a piece of paper. You don't care about that. You park at the side. That thing you are going to do it tomorrow, right? When you wake up. So when you wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and you have on the to-do list in front of you, it can be from your computer or your handphone or just for me on a piece of paper. That means I have all the things that I can, like a to-do list. What to do first? What's the most important thing for me to do? And in the morning, in the afternoon, or at night. So that really helps so much.
Just curious, Joyce, did you cross the thing you put on
Oh
the paper?
yes.
Yeah, you got the dopamine, right? When you cross thing, I heard that when you cross thing, you will get this
You know,
adrenaline coming.
one cross is not enough for me. I do, I do a double cross.
Yeah,
One,
double
I
dopamine.
finish that one thing, I do a double crossing. So my paper literally very messy
Yeah.
after I
I
finish
think that's
all
the
the.
benefit of paper because in Outlook you can cross, but it's electronically cross. You don't get much satisfaction, I think.
Yeah, and especially when you finish those things that is very, very important to you, that's very the thing that is so much of, you know, accomplishment. I would say, oh, that thing you finish it, you cross it, oh, you can have the whole day. I'm like jumping upside down. It's fun.
Yeah.
Go and do it. Without doing that, you would not know that because given you're doing in the computer, in the software. For me, I like in the on a piece
Mm.
of paper. Anyway,
Yeah.
just do it. Okay.
Let's go to the next one. If you don't like where you are, change it.
Mm,
You are not a tree. Okay. Okay, I think this is sometimes easier said than done, but a lot of people like don't don't want to take a change, and I think it's because a few factors. First thing I think is the first thing is the courage to do it,
mm,
to change.
mm.
uh, and human don't like change, and the courage to do it. And then the second thing is, I think Joyce remind me, the confidence to maintain it, to carry out. um, and how to get courage and confidence is you must have the skill or the information or the wisdom to do it. And of course all this can be acquired if you take some class or you ask other people help or ask other people advice. So yeah, take the change.
Why when Gideon share about this one, you see the before that is about the courage,
Yeah.
right? You want to make the change, but if we dig deeper, it's actually the fundamental. It's about the skill and the knowledge that brings you to have the confidence and the courage to go and change. So acquire the knowledge and the skill important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Next, last two one. This will be a long one.
Oh yeah, this one.
You cannot speak that which you do not know. You cannot share that which you do not feel. You cannot translate that which you do not have. And you cannot give that which you do not possess. You give it and to share it and for it to be effective. You first need to have it. Good communication starts with good preparation. This is something that I always mention about that is the preparation. It's like whatever you want to give and share to the world, the preparation is important. And this quote by Jim Rohn, he specifically shared about communication, that you need to prepare beforehand first, learn about the communication skill in order for you to have that good communication. So for me, I always share about this one. If you want to love your your family members, your whoever around you that you love, you want to help to take care of them, you first need to take care of yourself first, because you can't take care of them when you're on your sick bed. That's always I share about this one. And also about the preparation. You, if you can help yourself to prepare whatever beforehand, before the things might have happened, you literally set yourself up for a better solution, better way to solve the challenge. So the preparation is always, always, always the key. Because as Jim Rohn said, it starts with a good preparation. Because even though, including one more thing I found that is, when you have better preparation, you don't panic. You don't feel that panic or that stress or that anxious about that, because you know exactly what you can help yourself or those people around you to be a better to be better in that particular challenge situation. Okay, last one. I'm so excited. Let's go.
It's a fun one.
We are last one. Yeah, miss a meal if you have to, but don't miss a book. Oh yes, whatever I sometimes I don't eat,
Coming
but
from a
I
nutritionist, you don't eat.
yeah sometimes I will miss a meal. Yes, it's true. I'll miss a meal, but I won't miss a day without reading a book. Without reading a book, it won't happen to me. It's literally won't happen to me. The entire 20 years in my life is like reading a book, reading something to learn, to progress. It's my daily job. And I just enjoy it so much because again, it ties up to a lot of personal development skill that Jim Rohn always share, not only in this quote, a lot from his video interview session or everything that he shared. So it's like golden nuggets for me, everything. So anything you want to share, Gideon, from this point?
No, I think this is good books, and I like a lot of quotes because it's to me it's like you must have wisdom to write a quote.
Not easy,
Yeah.
not easy. And Gideon and me seems like start to write quotes every day. I remember yesterday he leave me a quote for the day.
I leave other
Okay.
people quote. Yeah. Yes.
All right, we're going to see you all. Yeah, beforehand, let us know which quote that we share inspired to you too. And let us know in the comment section below. And see you in our next episode.